Well, good evening. Welcome to a massive Friday night clash in the National Premier League's Queensland. Round 14, and it's Gold Coast Knights taking on Peninsula Power at the Croatian Sports Centre at Carrara. Good evening. I am Simon Smale. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with you for such a huge match. Two teams sitting in 4th and 3rd on the ladder respectively. They have played a vastly different number of games. Gold Coast Knights just 10, which is the joint fewest number of games played in the league, whereas Peninsula Power played 13, which is the most number of games. Nevertheless, it is a huge, huge contest. We'll run you quickly through the teams. Both teams are without a couple of key players. The hosts first, Josh Langdon will be in goal as you'd expect. Jaden Walker wearing the number 2 shirt. Number 4, Tyson Martin. Number 5, who's skippering today, is Austin Ludwig. Number 6, Janiel Da Silva. Number 7, Pasquale De Vita. Number 10, Max Brown. Number 14, Christian Brymora. Number 17, Will Peck. Number 18, Luke Beckwith. Number 23, Matt Schmidt. There's no Kai Tipaldo, no Mitch Nichols, and no Nick Mirkovic for the hosts, who will be playing in their red shirts, white shorts and blue socks. Peninsula Power, fresh from that last gasp draw against Lions last week, and indeed their extra time victory over Gold Coast United down on the Gold Coast on Tuesday, will line up as follows. Number 99, Phil Zabax, will be in goal. Number 2, Lewis Greenwood. Skipper tonight is number 3, Dan McHenry. Number 6, Brodie Boyce. Number 8, Josh Woolley. Number 9, Brenton Fox. Number 12, Jesse Rigby. Number 18, Malachi Love Samira. Number 19, Uzziah Hitchcock. Number 22, Solomon Eldamariam. Number 23, Sam Cronin. Referee is Troy Perry. Alex Johnson and Sam Osborne are the assistants on the flanks. Appears that everyone is in position, and we are underway. Gold Coast Knights for hosts, in the red, kicking from left to right as you see things on your screen. Normally feisty encounters, these. In fact, 4 of the 8 matches that these two teams have played in the National Premier League's Queensland have ended up seeing 6 yellow cards being distributed in total, including round 3 this season. Averaging about just under 5 yellow cards per game. Doesn't sound a lot, it has to be said, but compared to some others, Power are unbeaten in their last 4 league games. As Knights, well, they responded well to their 4-1 defeat against Olympic with a big victory against Kapalaba. Both matches finishing 4-1. McHenry does well just to cut that ball out that was narrowing in towards a dangerous position, and then it was Jaden Walker who won the, Lewis Greenwood who won the free kick. Zabax might need to Just get his skates on there as Brymora bore down on him. Aldemarion doing battle, but loses out to Luke Beckwith, the youngster. Product of Palm Beach, MV Junior set up at Knights. Neat touch from DeVita, who's gone down and slowly goes down. Austin Ludwig has sprinted off to get some tape. Wondered where he disappeared off to. Pasquale DeVita playing his 8th game of the season. He has not played in any of the 3 league defeats that Gold Coast Knights have suffered this season. Has 4 goals for the campaign as well. Against Lions, Brisbane City, Logan Lightning and Capalaba for former South West Queensland Thunderman. It'll be Matt Schmidt though who takes the free kick. It's a decent one into a dangerous area. Be headed back in by Janiel, and free kick has gone the way of Peninsula Power, and Lewis Greenwood is down, and there's another power player down as well. Again, didn't quite see that first one. His body's flying all over the place. Greenwood appears to be okay. And Brody Boyce just checking on his fallen comrade. Again, just trying to see who it is. Well, Brymora just does some ball juggling to keep things entertaining for the crowd. And we might have a fairly lengthy delay here. It's enough time to remind you that there's plenty more action coming your way this week on FQTV, not least in the National Premier League's Queensland. There's one other game taking place later on this evening. Eastern Suburbs against Logan Lightning. That game kicking off at 8:30 at Heath Park. So if you're in the area, you've probably got enough time to head down there. 55 minutes until that game kicks off. Tomorrow, some big games as well. Lions taking on Brisbane City in the Classico. That game kicks off at 4:45 at Richlands. Gold Coast United against Olympic is another big Saturday game. 5th against 2nd. That game is at 6 o'clock at Coplex. And then a couple of games on Sunday as well. Brisbane Roar taking on Moreton Bay United at Underwood Park. 5:15 kick-off on Sunday. And then Sunshine Coast Wanderers host Capalaba Sunday at 6:15 up at Ballinger Park. An action-packed round 14. Big FFA Cup games, Australia Cup games taking place as well. In the not too distant future. They have been confirmed as Rochdale Rovers against Peninsula Power on Tuesday night at Underwood Park, 7:15 that game kicks off. Brisbane City against Lions at Corporate Travel Management Stadium, 7:30 kick-off of that one. So it will be some fascinating mind games going on there as Josiah Hitchcock, it is, makes his way around the back of the goal. Hopefully he's okay. Just running quickly through those Australia Cup fixtures. Logan Lightning take on Sunshine Coast Fire on Wednesday at Cornubia Park, 7:30. And then Saturday the 2nd of July will be Edge Hill United against Magpies Crusaders. That would be a big, big game, that. 7 o'clock up at Tiger Park. So Josiah Hitchcock has gone down. Will be interesting to see whether or not he is able to pass a concussion test. I imagine that will be taking place right now. Lengthy delay very early in this contest. Tyson Martin goes back inside looking for Ludwig. Moore had made the run. He's taken off his feet though. Still there for Knights, but now it's back in possession of Peninsula Power, the reigning premiers. Two-time reigning premiers, of course. Lewis Greenwood just over the top, asking an awful lot of Dan McHenry there. Sam Cronin is stripping off, so I imagine Josiah Hitchcock is out for the game. Big blow early on for Peninsula Power. And the coaching combination of Rick Coughlin and Aaron Philp. And Philp transitioning over to Coughlin. Officially starts next year. Janiel did really well in the end. Jaden Walker will take the throw. Nice switch from Ludwig. Schmidt, a neat ball to Brymora. De Vita, so languid in his style at times, but he was sharp enough there to turn the ball away. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, that his language just makes it look so easy. That's a really good cross, just over the head of Brymora. Here is De Vita. Clever from De Vita. Turn back inside from Max Brown, who's the most prolific player in this fixture in terms of league encounters, has 5 goals in the 8 matches these two teams have played in the National Premier League Queensland. It's 10 matches overall that they've played against each other, with 2 cup games. Everyone thinks that should have been a foul. Austin Ludwig notwithstanding, and Josh Woolley, who went off injured last week early on against Lions. Peninsula Power having to deal with that again. Referee Perry just gets things under control. Oh, there's a little bit of an error there from Schmidt. Almost allowed McHenry there just to ghost in behind. De Vita just got bullied out of it, but Knights still have possession. Peninsula Power ball though. Boyce. He was under pressure. Went back to Love Samira. Love Samira, of course, made a bit of history when he scored what was his maiden National Premier League Queensland goal for Peninsula Power last season. He made him the youngest ever Peninsula Power goal scorer in first grade competition, 18 years, 1 month and 2 days. He has 4 goals to his name so far this season against Logan Lightning, Eastern Suburbs and Brisbane City. Scored twice against Logan Lightning the week before last. De Vita just showed a little bit too much. Gets it back from Schmidt though. Good pass and good triangles from Gold Coast Knights, just always having an option available to each other, even when the pressure came on. Walker little bit hurried. His first real hurried pass of the move for Knights, and it did end up in a turnover of possession. And Max Brown couldn't capitalise on that loose pass. Schmidt did well to control that, just bouncing up ahead of him. De Vita let that one roll underneath his foot, so a rare miscontrol from the Italian. Fine player. And he has been a lucky charm for Knights in the league. Good work from Ludwig, really good work, and now Beckwith. De Vita knew the challenge was coming, rode it and successfully earned himself the free kick. So Janiel gets things moving short to Martin. Peck, the Englishman. Nice ball forward to Brymora. Brymora twisted, turned, but a combination of Jesse Rigby and Lewis Greenwood managed to steal the ball off his boots. That's a loose pass though. Beckwith. The free kick's gone against Beckwith there. And Matt Schmidt's being told that he needs to calm his language down, I think. Flick-on header was from Solomon Veldemariam, who was excellent last week against Lions on very difficult conditions. That's a lovely turn. Oh, and a lovely little move there from Fox. Boyce is back to Brenton Fox, who in turn has to go a long way back in the end, but retains possession. McHenry and Greenwood. Move broke down somewhat there from Peninsula Power, but again, good ball retention from the visitors. Boyce. De Vita called Boyce's bluff, and Boyce might have got a little bit lucky there. And Austin Ludwig is now going to be told there can be no more discussion. Funnily enough, I think the referee said that a couple of times already, so I think perhaps the next one might be a bit of a card, or a little bit more of a talking to at that. Nikolov Samara had to get rid of the ball pretty quickly. Rigby was on hand and did well to get the ball back to Zabax. He's dropped deeper as his career's gone on, Rigby. Acting nicely as that pivot point for Peninsula Power in the last year and a half or so. Oh, that's a nice ball inside. Great opportunity for the opening goal, and it is the opening goal, and it's a superb finish from Josh Woolley. There's some wonderful football in the lead-up, not least from Sam Cronin. That was lovely. Lovely ball again inside from Veldemariam. And Josh Woolley, that is superb. A brilliant finish. And Peninsula Power have the opening goal of the game.
Score is now Peninsula Power 1, Arsenal 0.
Beautiful football from Peninsula Power. They just turned it on when they needed to. Beautiful switch to Schmidt. As Knights look to hit back instantly. De Vita. He's allowed to turn, skips past one challenge, rides another, puts a ball across brilliantly into the path of Walker. And on the stretch, Walker just couldn't quite angle it back in towards the penalty area. Lovely piece of skill though, and vision from Italian Pasquale De Vita. Just a bit too much of a stretch for Walker. Big day for football in this country. It's the 100th anniversary of the Socceroos. We celebrated, of course, a little bit earlier this week, getting to the World Cup. It is good to see people enjoying some football on what is an auspicious day. Nice idea from Peck. Latterly, of course, of Kempston Rovers in the UK, Southern League Division 1. Enjoying his time on the Gold Coast, no doubt. See Rick Coughlin just prowling around the touchline. And Phil very much taking a back seat role in terms of a hands-on approach. Just Walker on the bounce and just be left comfortably by McHenry. I'm going to get things underway pretty quickly though, and that has worked out nicely for Fox, but Beckwith just gets there a little bit ahead of him. Neat work from De Vita once more. It was a strong handoff from Lewis Greenwood. Free kick tempted to be taken quickly. And Marion. He's a man who was the intended target. He's wearing number 21, not 22. Doesn't always help matters. Free kick was attempted to be taken quickly, but it actually hit the back. Vlassimir, and Langdon's come a long way out. It's all a little bit chaotic at the moment. It's a good effort from an acute angle from Christian Brymora. Lovely ball forward as well. Excellent pass from Max Brown. It needed saving. Mariam getting very handsy on Tyson Martin, who's surely going to be giving us a free kick sooner rather than later. Neat switch straight away. De Vita is always wanting to come and get it. Plays the ball so nicely when he's coming towards it. Janiel showed quite a lot of it. And Phil Zoak saw just enough to get the ball away for a throw-in. Ludwig. Beckwith. Ludwig again. Shimmies himself past one challenge. I don't think that ball was intended for De Vita. Can't help but get his feet on it. In the end, it hasn't worked out too badly for Gold Coast Knights. Coming forward is Peck. Past a couple of challenges. McHenry had a lusty swing of his boot. Knights have somehow come away with that. It was behind Max Brown, who is prolific in this fixture but hasn't scored for a while. 2020 was the last time he scored. A 3-0 victory for Knights at the Croatian Sports Centre over Peninsula Power. He scored twice on that day, Jaden Walker getting the other. McHenry goes inside and finds Cronin, still bobbling around, and that'll safely nestle well over the bar from Weldemariam. Good work from McHenry over on the far side. But here at the Croatian Sports Centre, I mentioned that 3-0 victory. It's not an uncommon result. The 5 times they've played here in the league, Gold Coast Knights have won 4, and Peninsula Power just once. That came last year though, 4-1 victory. Josh Woolley, Andy Pengelly, Brenton Fox, Malachi Love-Samara. That's when he scored his historic goal, round 11 last year. Curtis Stollery was the only goal scorer for the Knights, who were in a bit of a rough period at that stage of the season, it has to be said. Brown. Max Brown with the deflected shot, and it was well saved by Zabax, and again at the second opportunity. Well, it might have been a while since he scored in this fixture. He does have 1 goal for this season, Max Brown. So we see that effort again. Did take a bit of a deflection. Back live now because Gold Coast Knights are on the charge with the skipper Ludwig. Ludwig with a brilliant cross, and Christian Baimora couldn't get enough on it. Ball is still live. Here's Pasquale De Vita. Looks up. Jaden Walker couldn't get onto it. Plays the ball straight back to Pasquale De Vita, who will have a shot. And he's had a deflected effort. We'll have another look at it. It will be a corner kick. It's been very interesting to see what sort of trajectory that shot was on. Opportunities for Knights to hit back. Headed away at the near post by Greenwood. Back inside. De Vita wants a handball. Referee says not from that sort of range. You're not going to get it. That's clever from Walker. He wants a return pass and gets it. Boyce closing him down. Support coming in the form of Martin, who may just be a decoy. In the end, just confuses matter as Boyce goes upfield. That's great from Boyce. Rides the challenge of Brown and wins the free kick as well. Brody Boyce, who's in excellent goal scoring form. His 93rd minute equaliser last Friday meant that he scored 3 in his last 4 league appearances. Goals coming against Capella, Logan Lightning, and then of course against the reigning champions, who are in action tomorrow against Brisbane City. Catch that on FQTV as Weldemariam battles really hard. And Josh Langdon not particularly happy with his defence, saying you can't afford to let that ball bounce anywhere near Solomon Weldemariam because the 19-year-old has got a lethal boot. Yet to find the back of a net in the senior team this season, but you get a sense it's only a matter of time, particularly due to the perseverance that he's shown, and the amount of effort he puts into every single run and press that he's involved in. West wants an option. Malachi Love-Samara provides it. Oh, that's flush in the face of Brown, and yeah, he might need a little bit of a spell there. Just rechecked the team sheet, and there has been a late change for Peninsula Power, and apologies for not picking this up earlier. Ollie Plusnin is playing in the number 16 jersey. A return to the squad for him. Beckwith bundles over Malachi Love-Samara. Ball at the feet of Jaden Walker. Goes inside to Brown. No nonsense from Rigby. Peck. Looked like he was about to run out of space. In the end, gets it forward in the vague direction of Brian Mora. Just joined us, Peninsula Power lead by a goal to nil. It was Josh Woolley who scored for goal in the 16th minute of the game after a beautiful flowing move involving Sam Cronin, who was on as a 6th minute substitute for the injured Josiah Hitchcock. As almost Josh Langdon ends up with egg on his face. And he's not afraid of going a long way out, and Daniel Da Silva ball's in the back of the net, but apologies for that. All that you missed was Peninsula Power getting the ball in the back of the net, but it ruled out immediately for a push. Now Jesse Rigby is just expressing a little bit of disquiet with Pasquale De Vita. Half an hour gone, just over. Peninsula Power 1, Gold Coast Knights 0. At the Croatian Sports Centre. Valdemarian can't keep that ball in. Ball was out. Peninsula Power will have possession still, but on the sideline. Oh, Woolley made a miss-touch into something that worked out well for him, but Knight's come away with the ball. Pasquale De Vita trying to bundle his way through a blind alley. Now Plusnin doing the same. That will be a Knight's ball, much to the chagrin of those on the Peninsula Power bench, including Josiah Hitchcock, who went off with a head injury very early on. Hopefully it's just precautionary. It's Knight's build from the back again with Schmidt. Not much space to operate in, but Brimora's doing well. Really well, in fact. Still there for Brimora in the deflected cross. It was gratefully received by Phil Zabax. Samara goes back inside. It's a sloppy pass, giving the ball straight to Ludwig. De Vita. Little shimmy, goes back the same way he was facing in the end. Walker linking up nicely. Janiel to Martin. It's Max Brown who just showed a little bit too much, and Peninsula Power have the turnover. But then Pasquale De Vita steals the ball off Josh Woolley, and Pasquale De Vita, oh, that's stunning, it's off the crossbar. Great opportunity, and Zabax plucks it out of the air. Oh, what an effort from Pasquale De Vita. Incredible stuff. Play is continuing up the other end, and Josh Langdon actually flew out of his area once again, this time making good contact and getting the ball out of play. Oh, there's more goals in this one. You just know it, don't you? Pasquale De Vita a little bit late there on Beckwith. Play's allowed to continue. A lot of space over on that far side for Walker. For Greenwood, sorry. And Greenwood ran into a red wall of bodies, and Schmidt's going to take the ball forward now. Greenwood was out of position, but look at him scurrying back with real pace to effect the challenge. Great perseverance from Lewis Greenwood. A stalwart of Peninsula Power football for a long time now. You can see just how important he is in that right back role, but the ball's been stolen and taken away by Luke Beckwith, and caught between two minds, ends up going for the third option, but was playing the ball straight to Phil Zabax. Here's Cronin. Frantic period of 5 minutes or so, and it's not done yet. Veldemariam linking up with Fox. Back to Veldemariam. This lovely football from Peninsula Power. Janiel does really well to make the challenge, gives away the free kick, then gets bundled to ground, and then Woolley goes down and is throwing himself on the floor. Pasquale De Vita's taking exception to that, and it has to be said, Josh Woolley did not need to go down the way he did, because there was a real delayed reaction there. Let's have a look at it again. Oh, he did get caught on the face. Pasquale De Vita and Brodie Boyce still having a bit of a discussion. Well, it was all a little bit unnecessary, wasn't it? Pasquale De Vita has gone straight back to Josh Woolley. There's still no physio on the ground, so Well, either Josh Woolley's injured or he's not. He either needs attention or he doesn't. He's getting plenty of advice, that's for sure. Austin Ludwig having a word. And now the assistants have joined with the referee and they're going to have a discussion about what to make of all that. Again, we said in the pre-game that this match can be fiery. The players are ready to get on with it. The officials certainly aren't. Pasquale De Vita is being called over. Will Peck is being called over as well. Pasquale De Vita and Will Peck. And belatedly, Austin Ludwig's come over to have a look as well. So, yellow card for De Vita. Yellow card for Will Peck. Jesse Rigby is also being booked. I think that might be it. So there's 3 of the 6 that were normally allocated for this fixture in one incident. Awkward free kick to deal with. And it beats everyone in the end. So after a lengthy delay, it will be a goal kick to Gold Coast Knights. Couple of yellow cards being shown. 2 to Knights, Pasquale De Vita and Will Peck, and 1 to Jesse Rigby of Peninsula Power. Neither of whom were involved initially, because it was Janiel Da Silva who was rugby tackled by Josh Woolley, the goal scorer, and then Woolley reacted after Da Silva's calf hit him on the face, and then everyone reacted. Offside is the call against Brymora. Plenty more action taking place around the state. Catch all the matches from all the leagues on FQ TV. Feature match this evening is Gold Coast Knights against Peninsula Power, and 14 of the National Premier League's Queensland. Beckwith plays the ball against Plusnen, and it'll be a throw in tonight. Beckwith just a little bit slow in getting rid of that ball, Plusnen nipping in. Kenry couldn't nip in fast enough to keep that from going out. Taken quickly by Schmidt. It's all very congested over there in front of the dugouts. Leaving ball. Cronin can't link up with Veldemarian. Good ball forward towards Walker. Nice. Paying him close attention. Ludwig. Brown. Here's Peck. Peck with a low-driven shot. Phil Zabaks couldn't afford any mistakes with DeVita lurking. It's gorgeous control from Martin, but he's given the ball straight away to Love Samara. Fox gets dispossessed, and now DeVita through 2 challenges. He takes the pass to get away from the third. Here's Brown. DeVita. Loads of space for Walker. Walker with a teasing ball. Woolley can't get rid of it. Back in from Walker. The header is off target. And Phil Zabaks mops up. Hosts are pressing. They still trail by 1-0. With 2.5 minutes to go before half-time, where there will be stoppage time. More than just a handful of it, and that pass from Plusnin just perhaps illustrating that Peninsula Power are a little bit stretched at the moment, a little bit rattled by this pressure coming from the hosts. DeVita with a lovely ball over the top. Again, loads of space for Jaden Walker. Love Samara is there to challenge him. Teasing ball in again. Helped away by Rigby. And it will be a goal kick. Good intense football this. Really good game. A little bit scrappy, a little bit niggle. Plenty of feeling. Good strong header from Ludwig. Composed from Rigby to get the ball back to his keeper. Plusman goes back to Boyce. Well, Boyce was caught late, was he, by Brymora? Brymora is going to be shown a yellow card, I think. No, maybe not. Looked like referee Perry was reaching for his pocket. Bit of discussion there between some of the supporters. Exchange of views as to whether or not that was a free kick. Did look like Brymora caught Brodie Boyce. Woolley just helps the ball back to Fox. Oh, a little slip, and then he's had a little twinge of the groin. Fox, clever little turn from Cronin. Knights take the ball away with DeVita. DeVita looks up. Great vision, can't get it over the head of Jesse Rigby. Then Matt Schmidt just clips the heels of McHenry. And Rick Coughlin asking how many of those decisions are going to be allowed to let go as we are into the first minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Can't tell you how many minutes we're going to have, but I can imagine it'll probably be at least 2 or 3. Weldon Marion. It's a good ball inside. Malachi Love Samara is there. Weldon Marion, it's a brilliant save, is it? Superb stuff from Josh Langdon. He's one of the best shot stoppers in the league. And he's shown why here. Oh, it's a great save. Diving to his right. And it will be a Peninsula Power corner. It could have been so much more. Ball swept in, headed away, only as far as Veldemariam, who's battling and continues to battle and wins the ball. Opportunity here, perhaps for Fox, and he is not on the same page as Josh Woolley. And that's a promising move, ending in a disappointing way. Felt like Gold Coast Knights were perhaps pushing for an equaliser before the half-time break, and then Peninsula Power just shift the momentum on its head so brilliantly. But Knights still have an opportunity here. Ludwig almost shaped to shoot there. Walker closed down very quickly by Love Samira. The support comes from Martin. Martin inside. Opportunity perhaps for De Vita. No, it's going to be left for Schmidt, and Schmidt leaves it a little bit short for De Vita. An opportunity now perhaps for McHenry to battle free. No. Be Peck who wins the ball back. De Vita. Plusnin came to close him down. Ludwig lets the ball do the work. Turns back inside. Can't beat the third challenge. De Vita though in a little bit of space. He'll try and go through a blue wall. He's unable to do so. And now an opportunity again for Peninsula Power. And here's Solomon Veldemariam who goes down. Now he's found a goal scoring opportunity. It was Janiel Da Silva who made the challenge. Decision needed here from Troy Perry. The referee is explaining the decision that he's about to make. It is a red card. It's his second red card of the season. And you have to say the referee really didn't have too many other options, because Solomon Veldemariam was otherwise one-on-one with Josh Langdon. Janiel bundled into him, and Gold Coast Knights are going to be up against it. The fourth red card in matches between these two teams in the National Premier League's Queensland. And one more opportunity perhaps for Peninsula Power before the break. I think the Gold Coast Knights players do have a point, but it might be slightly further back from where Josh Woolley is standing with the ball. Not too much further back though, it has to be said. Josh Woolley is being told to take the ball back to where the free kick should have been given from. Again, Troy Perry was just off camera there. I imagine he was explaining his decision to the Gold Coast Knights bench, but it seemed pretty straightforward by the letter of the law. You can argue whether or not Solomon Veldemariam was a little bit too far out for it to be a genuine goal-scoring opportunity, but I think the referee has probably made the right decision there. Here's Woolley. It's a difficult one to deal with. Flag's actually gone up against Boyce. Oh, Knights are really up against it now. A goal down, a man down. So we continue in what is the 6th minute of injury time, and it could be worse. Fox put that one right up high into the bar area, where there's some pretty disgruntled Gold Coast Knights fans, I think. Still we play on. Oh, that will be all we have time for in the first half. A dramatic first half in which Gold Coast Knights trail Peninsula Power by a goal to nil, and they are a man down as well. Daniel De Silva sent off in the shadows of half-time after Josh Woolley gave Peninsula Power a first half lead in the 16th minute. Plenty of combative football in that half, and there'll be plenty more to come, you'd expect, in the second 45, which will happen after these messages.
Today we're at Goodwin Park, home of Olympic FC, with the equaliser campaign yet again. We were very lucky tonight. We actually had Stephen Huang, the candidate for the LNP, and Graham Perrott, who's the ALP member for this electorate. Fantastic home crowd that we had, and they actually got to talk to the crowd and tell them their plans about how they will be committing to female football going forward. We're investing in Olympic FC, not only for the future, but potentially as a training base for the Women's World Cup next year. Why the Equaliser campaign? Well, the Equaliser campaign is part of Legacy 23. Football Australia put the Legacy 23 plan together to try and leverage the FIFA Women's World Cup, which is coming next year to Australia and New Zealand. Community facilities are an integral part of improving the capacity and capability of clubs all across the country, and Equaliser plays its part. We identified that only 35% of female facilities across the nation are actually female friendly, and we're aiming for 100%. So the Equaliser campaign is calling upon all sides of politics to support women's football through female-friendly facilities that give enclosed showers, toilets and change, and make a safe, inviting environment for them. If I had one message to Stephen and Graham, moving on from this event today, is that you've seen how important this club is to the community. Now all you've got to do is invest in that community and deliver for female players within this club to make sure that they have equal opportunities, the same as the men.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation-compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
Welcome back to our coverage of the National Premier League's Queensland Round 14. Gold Coast Knights trailing Peninsula Power by a 1-0. They also are behind a man as well after Janiel da Silva was sent off in the 3rd minute of stoppage time at the end of that first half. It's a first half that had its moments, heated at times, intriguing throughout. Peninsula Power in the blue kicking things off, going from left to right as you see things. The reigning premiers, unbeaten in the league in 4, are on a 2-game winning streak against Gold Coast Knights. 2 wins earlier on this season, first in the league, and Anthony Poljak goal handing Power a 1-0 win in round 3, and then an Australia Cup match, 2-0 up at AJ Kelly Park. They haven't had as much success at the Croatian Sports Centre though, just the 1 victory in 5. They did win on their last outing to Carrara though. 4-1 that match finishing. Josh Woolley scored the opening goal on that day. He scored the opening goal tonight as well, and minute for minute it's almost exactly the same. 17th minute back in round 11 of 2021 and 16th minute here today. If you're looking for omens, well, we're on the subject of omens. Last time a Gold Coast Knight was sent off in Vic's fixture, it was Max Brown in 2020. That was in the first half as well. Peninsula Power took a 1-0 lead into half-time with that man advantage. Then had 2 people sent off in the second half that still added to their 1-goal lead and ended up running out 2-0 winners. That was round 18 of 2020. Power have, in all competitions, won 4 of their last 5 against Gold Coast Knights. Head-to-head overall, dead square. Played 10, Knights win 5, Power have won 5. That's since 2019. Both clubs' NPL eras. Baimora went down. There was a late whistle and some vehement calls that it shouldn't have been a whistle from the Peninsula Power supporters and players. As Matt Schmidt lets the ball go underneath his boot. Now he's out of position, not sure where he needs to be either. And Power are going to move things along over to the far side of the field where the dugouts are, and Tyson Martin might have earned himself a booking there for pulling back Malachi Love Samira. Play's been allowed to continue and there was no sign of a card. Great work from Malachi Love Samira though. Clever idea, and the run was still there for McHenry. McHenry almost looked like he buckled his ankle there. Will Peck down on his haunches too. Both men back up on their feet and in position. Good awareness there for Rigby. The temptation would have been to go back to Zabax. Beckwith. It's the 10 men of Gold Coast Knights in possession, attacking the clubhouse end of the ground. Tyson Martin. Got good feet, Martin, former Brisbane City Brisbane Roar player, won a NYL championship with the Roar. Beckwith just showed a little bit too much of that to Greenwood. And Beckwith got a little bit involved in Sam Cronin, but the ball has been played forward. Solomon Valdemarian was offside, and he can't believe he was offside. It's only about 20 metres away from where Valdemarian was flagged offside for, but play's allowed to continue. No such pedantry. Oh, neat football from the skipper, Ludwig. No options for Walker though, so back to Ludwig he goes. Brown. Again, no way through for Max Brown this time. Peck. Beckwith. Squalo De Vito couldn't find Schmidt with the return pass. And Fox is going to be giving chase now. Langdon, well, that ball bobbled before it got to him, so he took a touch. Finds Malachi Love-Samira with his outlet pass. Valdemarian into the head of Peck, the bandaged head of Will Peck. Clever from De Vita. Wanted Schmidt to leave that ball alone, and he did. Oh, that's a brilliant ball, but Christian Brymora, he checked his run. Maybe he knew he was offside, or at least suspected he might have been. And just made him second guess himself. It was brilliant football from Pasquale De Vita, whose record as having not played in any of Gold Coast Knights' 3 league defeats this season is under threat. Opportunity for McHenry. No flag. McHenry with a teasing ball, a little bit too far ahead of Valdemarian. Ball's come back for Woolley. It was a brilliant block. And power will come again. Ollie Plusnin with a long-range effort, and well gathered by Josh Langdon high above his head. Plusnin almost hiding behind the referee there. A lot of space for him. Yeah, it was a good grab by Josh Langdon. Mora let that ball run away from him. Heavy touch with a 23-year-old. I do have Mirza Muratovic on the bench. McHenry. Again, a bit of a misread of a long ball. McHenry is going to capitalise here. Malachi Love-Samira not on the same page as Ollie Plusnin. That's a disappointing end to another really good move. And Peninsula Power, just a second goal you'd feel would be so important to them, considering they have the man advantage. It's a risky ball across. Beckwith is on hand just to take the ball away from Fox. Neat interplay over on that far side of the field by the Knights. Mora goes down. No free kick, says the referee. Danger here for the hosts. Valdemarian. Woolley can't squeeze the ball past Brown. His ball forward towards Brymora. Brymora's going to give chase, but it's well dealt with, well watched by Rigby. And has been a midfielder for most of his career, but he's really working well as a centre-back for Peninsula Power, using the leadership roles he earned himself as skipper of the championship-winning Western Pride team in 2017, and with Brisbane City as well. He's a born leader, Jesse Rigby. Leads by example, not always the most vocal on the field, but leads by example. Zabax is waiting for something. Pasquale De Vita never gave up on it. McHenry. Free kick has to be taken from where the foul was given. It hasn't always been the case in this game, it has to be said, but probably has to be slightly closer than when Luke Beckwith wanted to play with it. He got the ball anyway, Beckwith. Primora gets bundled off the ball. Peninsula Power will come again. Knights are going well, but every time they turn the ball over, it feels like Peninsula Power have an opportunity to go up the other end and really cause some damage. Martin on a mazy run. It's continued. Tyson Martin, well watched by Brodie Boyce. Martin has got a good delivery on him, but isn't afforded the time to swing his boot onto the ball, and now Beckwith is going to have to be quick and gets there ahead of Greenwood. Good control from Beckwith. Under minimal pressure, it has to be said. Knights have 10 men, remember. They're playing the ball around so nicely, even with the numerical disadvantage. Malachi Love-Samara under pressure does really well to get the ball away to Brodie Boyce. Really well. Boyce goes all the way back. Zabax never seemed worried. Beckwith. Schmidt changes direction back to Brown. Now Martin, shape to shoot then Martin. Gets the ball to Schmidt. Schmidt with the cross. Headed away by Jesse Rigby, and the 10 men of Gold Coast Knights aren't done fighting yet. Local supporters getting behind their team. Good opportunity here from the corner. Difficult ball to deal with. It's bundling around. It just needs a swinging boot. And Austin Ludwig sends it on the outside, and then the follow-up shot is well saved by Phil Zabax. I think that shot came in from Matt Schmidt. Let's have a look. Oh, just never sat up for Ludwig. It was Schmidt who tried to play the ball back inside. Back live now, and a vital touch from Tyson Martin takes the ball off the head of Malachi Love-Samara. Corner kick, and we're about to have a substitution, are we? It's going to be Mirza Muratovic who comes on.
Substitution for Gold Coast Knights, number 2, Jaden Walker, making way for number 9, Mirza Muratovic.
Mirza Muratovic has 4 goals this season. Interestingly, he's scored in the exact same games as Pasquale De Vita has. Corner swept in, headed away nicely by Schmidt. So it will be a tactical change for Knights. Walker had been playing at right full-back. Imagine Muratovic will be going straight up top. Corner swept in by Fox. Who did that come off last? Ollie Plusinen. Just as Will Peck suggested. Martin switches play into the middle. Pasquale De Vita had to come and get it and did well in the end. Pasquale De Vita does really well that time. He's got advantage being played as well. That's a good tackle. Really good tackle from Boyce. And then sliding in was Matt Schmidt. Matt Schmidt's going to be shown a yellow card now. Keeping track at home, that's 4 yellow cards and a red. It's been a feisty game at times. Pasquale De Vita and Lewis Greenwood just exchanging views and looked pretty amenable, to be honest. Rigby put under real pressure there from Plusinen. And the turnover has been affected. Martin a little bit too casual, and Beckwith wanted the ball inside, and Muratovic knew he was giving away a free kick there. And was set up to defend it almost before the whistle had gone. Marion to Malachi loves Samara. Good tackle from Tyson Martin. 2 former Brisbane City players. Don't think their paths would have crossed at Newmarket. Good ball towards Schmidt. Hammered away. Oh, Fox, that's clever. Couldn't get past Luke Beckwith, but he'd already deceived 2 Knights. Beckwith's ball forward, can't find Muratovic. Now McHenry. Oh, good ball, McHenry, and a long way out of his goal was Josh Langdon. Bit more of a glance on that ball, and Langdon might have been made to look very silly. In the end, he was proven to have expert positional judgment. Peck has a lot of space all of a sudden. Knights still pressing forward. De Vita can't get the ball past Woolley, the goal scorer in the 16th minute of this game. Veldemarian. Good challenge. Veldemarian might still come away with the ball. He's done really well there, Solomon Veldemarian. And now Tyson Martin gets the block in eventually. Fox. Lovely switch from Fox to McHenry. That was a nice idea from McHenry, but nobody made the run. Fox. Oh, it's brilliant from Fox. Loves Samara. Fox is waiting on the edge of the penalty area. Gets the ball back, does Fox. Tries to find Woolley. No, finds McHenry. McHenry can't get the ball past Langdon. It's great football again from the visitors. A beautiful pass from Fox. And the touch took the ball away from Dan McHenry, narrowed the angle for him. Josh Langer just needed to stand tall, and stand tall he did. Cronin. McHenry's onside. Found Woolley. Muratovic. Good link-up play from Muratovic. And that's really good play from Schmidt. Muratovic has continued his run. De Vita wants the pass. Muratovic! There's an opportunity for the pass, and that wasn't it. And Pasquale De Vita will be screaming, wanting to know why he didn't get given that final ball. Muratovic just wanted an extra run. He must have forgotten, but his team are playing a man down. A nice little flick there from Woolley, plays in Fox. End-to-end stuff. How much longer can the 10 men of Gold Coast Knights keep this up? De Vita on the overlap was Peck. Beckwith can't find a way through. And Peninsula Power eventually conspire to get the ball out of that trouble zone. Greenwood, past 3. McHenry's onside. He doesn't have much support, but he'll square the ball anyway. Tyson Martin was on hand to just add a cool and composed head to proceedings. De Vita turns past 1, gets tackled by that 1, and then wins the free kick, sorry. So a real element of freneticism in the way Gold Coast Knights are playing at the moment. They're keeping the tempo high and making Peninsula Power think twice as Muratovic tries to go past a couple and leaves the ball behind as he does so. Veldemarian is offside. See the frustration mounting for Solomon Veldemarian, working so hard once again. You have a cry from the supporters. Well, they're doing nothing but working, both teams at the moment. That's stayed in. McHenry just evades the attentions of Peck. Martin read that well. Brown. Lovely ball from Brown to De Vita, but De Vita was offside. I love Samara. It's a brilliant ball to him. Veldemarian is waiting in the middle. Can Samara find him? No, he can't get past Tyson Martin. 68 minutes gone in this contest for 10 men of Gold Coast Knights. Reduced since just before half-time when Janiel Da Silva was sent off for the second time this season for hauling down Solomon Veldemarian when he was through on goal. Josh Woolley has scored the only goal of this game for Peninsula Power as Peck heads the ball away, and it's helped on by Brown. De Vita gets the better of Woolley that time. Lovely from De Vita, and it's too far ahead of Brown. His pass forward. Heard one of the supporters say it might be one of those nights for the Knights. It might well be, but there's still 20 minutes remaining. Schmidt is bundled off the ball, and Fox thinks that that wasn't even a foul, let alone a yellow card, but that's what he's been given. Quentin Fox, who's scored 3 goals in this fixture over the course of the last few years. Pasquale De Vita is going to take the free kick. Although Schmidt is on hand, either for moral support or to provide advice. Schmidt's actually gone to try and drag one of the men out of the wall, so it's now just Josh Woolley who's standing a very healthy 10 yards or so away from the ball. De Vita, it's a good ball, it's a diving header, and it's a brilliant finish from Christian Primora. And Christian Primora just has some words of advice for the Peninsula Power defence. It was an excellent cross, an excellent free kick. He got there ahead of Phil Zabaks. Absolutely superb goal. And for Christian Primora, who, it has to be said, looked like it wouldn't be his night. Well, he's come up trumps when it's mattered most. His 6th goal of the season, and Gold Coast Knights, despite being a man down, are back on level terms. Inside 20 minutes to go in this game. Free kick now for Peninsula Power. In a similarly promising position. Quentin Fox is going to take it. Slightly further out, and again, possibly not quite the right angle. Ball's swept in anyway. It's 2 Peninsula Power players actually ran into each other there. And they're going to need some treatment, I think, as Dan Cutler prepares to enter the fray. Oh, a little bit of afters there. Valdemarian just pushing Tyson Martin. Tyson Martin has been a colossus in defence for a fair while now for Peninsula Power. Not just this game, all season. You just wonder whether Peninsula Power can recover and whether Gold Coast Knights have the energy to continue playing at the relentless pace that they have done since coming out for the second half. We're about to have that substitution now. Dan Cutler is going to come on. He's going to replace Malachi Love-Samara, I think. No, Malachi Love-Samara is staying on. So I'm not entirely sure who's off. I'll have to check that. Very optimistic shout of handball. Peck can't get the ball past McHenry. And Valdemarian is thwarted again by Tyson Martin. That won't help his mood and his animosity towards his direct opponent. And that ball that almost caught him on the ear as it went past won't help either, as Cutler just clips Will Peck on the way through. And it will be another free kick. And Pasquale De Vita says, yeah, I might try and repeat the trick from the other side of the field this time. And the thing is, you wouldn't bet against him. Schmidt's on his own on this near side. 5 Knights on the other side of the field, and that's where the ball ended up going towards, but didn't find its way through as Cutler is dispossessed by Muratovic. Nice, neat touch from Ludwig. Matt Schmidt. Squale De Vita. Peck. Assessing his options. Schmidt. Might work out for Schmidt. It does work out for Schmidt. Here's De Vita, and it's cannoned into the face of Jesse Rigby. Some half-hearted, or rather optimistic, appeals for handball from the supporters. Nothing on field, though. Coming back for a free kick, are we? Tyson Martin and Solomon Veldemarian continuing to exchange words with each other. De Vita has gone down in a heap with Woolley. They help each other up as McHenry comes forward down this near sideline. Oh, clever from McHenry, just forcing Will Peck to slip. It's the assistance of Schmidt that ensures that McHenry can go no further forward. He is the skipper for Peninsula Power tonight. McHenry. It's a loose pass from Peninsula Power. Well, Muratovic is going to cause some problems for Jesse Rigby. Jesse Rigby, cool operator though. Doesn't let that fluster him. Oh, that ball's skimmed off the foot, has it? An opportunity here for Peninsula Power. All on his own is Malachi Love-Samara. Ball inside, and it's off the line. Brilliant stop by Tyson Martin. Dan Cutler with a golden opportunity, and he couldn't take it. Cutler all on his own, and all he had to do was put it either side of Tyson Martin. And it's still 1-1. Somehow, the corner swept in. Oh, and that's flicked just past the outside of the post. And was it McHenry or was it Rigby? I think it might have been Dan Cutler again. Bright introduction for the 20-year-old. Only playing his third game of the season after his off-season switch from Wanderers. Whose foot did that ball skim off of, and then had that player down stretching out his calf? I think it might have been Austin Ludwig. As De Vita sprays the ball out wide for Brymora. Brymora with a cross, a low cross, hammered out behind for a corner kick. It was Mirza Muratovic who was lurking. And Gold Coast Knights been playing with 10 men for the best part of 35 minutes now. Have an opportunity from another set piece. It's Matt Schmidt who's going to come over to take it. Tyson Martin is right in the mix, making a nuisance of himself. So too is Will Peck. Austin Ludwig as well, so it's all the defenders in there at the moment. Muratovic is there too. It was Muratovic who rose up highest. but Phil Zabaks managed to get the ball away with a strong fist. And an opportunity perhaps on the counter-attack for Peninsula Power. Here's Cutler, the substitute. He wants support, has support in Veldon Marion. Now loves Samara, turns inside, now outside, loves Samara. Good save by Josh Langdon. That was a brilliant counter-attack from Peninsula Power. Nice touch from Veldon Marion. That's a good sharp stop from Langdon. Boyce just copped one there in the jaw, did he? I think it was just the head of his combatant. Beckwith wins the ball. DeVita can't get past the brick wall that is Jesse Rigby. And now it's a lovely ball for McHenry. McHenry has Cutler inside him. McHenry thought about going down. Two skippers there, was it? No, sorry, it was Matt Schmidt who was just putting the pressure on. Peninsula Power making the most of their numerical supremacy here. It is 1-1. Veldon Marion can't turn through Tyson Martin. Be having nightmares about Tyson Martin tonight. Or Solomon Veldon Marion. No free kick, and eventually a decision is made, and it's gone the way of Peninsula Power. Boyce picks himself up, dusts himself off. Taken quickly by Josh Woolley. It's a lovely ball towards Dan Cutler. Schmidt had to be clever not to give away a penalty there, and then there's a handoff from Rigby on Pasquale DeVita, who's gone down with cramp. Looked legit as a challenge from Jesse Rigby on first viewing. And the return pass was there for Cutler. Fox with a left-footed shot, and it all happened in slow motion. Josh Langdon getting down early to save the shot down to his left. You can really see the extra numbers in that instance for Peninsula Power. Gold Coast Knights slightly hanging on at the moment, but Brymora, who got the equalising goal, one out there, couldn't find Muratovic with his pass forward. Pasquale DeVita is absolutely gassed, the Italian. Schmidt did well to cut that ball out. Advantage is being played. Muratovic, support on the outside of him from Brymora. He's going to drive inside. Brymora was brought down, and we're going to have a yellow card, are we? And it's Boyce this time. His second yellow card of the season. We do have our 6 for the second game in succession. This one has had the added bonus of a red card, though. It's a free kick in a good position for Pasquale DeVita. Can they repeat the trick, Gold Coast Knights, with Christian Brymora diving in ahead of Phil Zabaks? I think the less said about that, the better from a Gold Coast Knights perspective. We're going to have a substitution.
Substitution for Gold Coast Knights, number 7, Pasquale DeVita off. Number 12, Daniel Dragicevic.
And it is DeVita who comes off. Dan Dragicevic He's making his way onto the field, and Gold Coast Knights looked strong with DeVita, but you could see how tired he was. Daniel Dragicevic will offer something different. So whether or not Knights will miss the combativeness and trickery that the Italian was able to provide in this closing 5 minutes. All set up for a grandstand finish here in the National Premier League to Queensland. Gold Coast Knights 1, Peninsula Power 1. They've come from behind the Knights, despite being down a man for 40 minutes now. Fox switches play to this near side. Greenwood inside to Cronin. Doesn't open up for Cronin. It took the deflection off Tyson Martin. On its way through to Malachi Love-Samara, who needs support. Support comes. Here's Cronin again. Brenton Fox. Greenwood. There's McHenry on the outside of him. Greenwood, it doesn't open up for him. Comes back to Greenwood now from McHenry. Merriam is now in possession. Hammers a cross in. And it does go out for a corner kick despite the efforts of Will Peck. All square at Heath Park. East 1, Logan Lightning 1. Swept in towards the near post. It's beaten everybody. It's still there for Cronin, and it's saved by Langdon. It was another good ball. Flicked on, Langdon sprawled, didn't get anything of it. Oh, it's a really sharp save from Josh Langdon. Not the first he's made tonight. And he gathers this time around. And Gold Coast Knights fans can breathe a sigh of relief. Momentarily at least. Mora and Muratovic not linking up well there. Here's Cutler. And Cutler can't find a blue shirt. Muratovic with the touch. As Knights look to build from the back. Brown was caught late by the real persistence and industry of Dan Cutler. Not illegally late, it must be said. Tense few minutes coming up as Cronin tries to go from deep. He'll continue his run after picking out Cutler. He might not need him though. Cutler is felled by a brilliant challenge. The Knights will come again. Oh, it was well watched by Boyce. Boyce has gone down, stayed down. Cronin just takes a bit of pace off the game. Greenwood, McHenry. Cronin again, dropping deeper, pulling the strings. Greenwood wants to assess his options. It's opened up a little bit for him. Now Fox, challenges flying in. Woolley can't find Fox, but it comes back for Greenwood. Greenwood can't get through Beckwith and Brown. Now Brian Mora. Malachi Love-Samara now. Oh, it's a good stop and the ball's hammered around. Anywhere will do. Probably not there though. Cronin. It's opened up for Cronin. Took a deflection off Dan Cutler. And that could have been disaster for Gold Coast Knights. Oh my. Well, as we tick over past the 90-minute mark. Gold Coast Knights have only drawn one game this season against Wanderers. Peninsula Power drew last Friday night against Lions, as well as a draw against City earlier on in the month. Not done yet though, as Primora goes down. Primora, who's left two Peninsula players in his wake. Primora! Oh, what a goal! What a goal to win it for Gold Coast Knights! And Christian Primora, his second of the game! And what a fantastic strike it was! A study in perseverance and accuracy. Oh, that's sensational from Christian Primora and the 10 men of Gold Coast Knights.
Now Gold Coast Knights 2, Peninsula Power 1.
Peninsula Power took the lead in the 16th minute of this game. Daniel De Silva was sent off 3 minutes into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Christian Primora scored his first in the 71st minute, and he scored his second in the 91st minute. Is there enough time for Peninsula Power to snatch an equaliser? They've had their chances. Josh Langdon has made some really good saves. But considering that they've been a man down for this second half, it's the second half that's been remarkably even. That's a good ball, and ghosting in at the back post is Cutler. Is Cutler still battling? It's Gold Coast Knights ball. And we're into the 3rd minute of stoppage time. A tight and tense match. Josh Langdon won't be allowed to do that again. He might not have to.
Manage the game! Manage the game! Manage it!
Rigby is fouled. Yellow card for Muratovic. Fox injecting some pace. Tried to find Cronin, was unable to do so. Here's Greenwood. Marion beat Austin Ludwig to the ball, and Josh Langdon scurried out and went to ground. We're in the 4th minute of stoppage time at the end of this game. Still no sign from our referee that this one's close to being over. But the seconds are ticking away. There's the first look at the watch from Troy Perry. Peninsula Power will continue to come. McHenry, it's a lovely ball. Fox with the header on. Marion was there. Woolley keeps it in. That's a really good ball, and it's well gathered by Langdon, who's gone down and stayed down. And contrary to when Josh Woolley went down at the end of the first half, there is concern from the Gold Coast Knights, as opposed to derision. We're in the 5th minute of stoppage time. Luke Beckwith taps his skipper Austin Ludwig on the shoulder as he walks past him, as Ludwig stretches out those calves. Well, it's been a tight and tense and tough contest. And it's been a frenetic match throughout, but Gold Coast Knights have come back from the dead. They were a man down and a goal down at half-time, but they have recovered through 2 Christian Brymora goals in the second half to record a valuable victory over Peninsula Power, who will rue the chances that they saw Josh Langdon save, both from Dan Cutler and Sam Cronin, amongst plenty of others as well. It was a match played at very high intensity, and there are a lot of talking points to come out of it as well, but it has been a thrilling contest. Gold Coast Knights just getting the nod over Peninsula Power to kick off a full weekend of football across Queensland. You can watch all the matches on FQTV. Head to footballqueensland.com.au or @FootballQLD on the social media for all the details of all the rest of the matches. But from me, Simon Smale, it has been a pleasure to bring you this contest as Gold Coast Knights come back from a goal down and a man down to record their 7th win of the National Premier League's Queensland season. This has been a Double Take production for Football Queensland. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you again very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good evening.